right, Shalom, giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh Shemal Shabbat Shem Chakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Shalom to the elect. Just in continuation with Chaanakah, Lord willing, you're edified.
We should put on as the elect. That's the remnant. The elect. A remnant shall be saved. Not every damn body. So 2/3 of our people right now, what they doing? They celebrating Satan Claus. All right, they over here getting ready to put gifts under a tree that represents rebellion, a phallic symbol. You know, Nimrod. They got caught up in these Greekish fashions.
Right, so a lot of our people are in those Greekish fashions. This is 1 Maccabees chapter 11 and verse. So like 1 Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men. Okay, so, this is the beginning. This marks the beginning of the Hellenization of Israel.
Right, so then it reads, who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen. And so it's make a covenant with the Greeks, the Edomites, that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. Our people trying to gain favor in those times, don't want to suffer, and you see that to this day. A lot of our people selling out to, these secret societies and, Greek fraternities. All right. It says, so this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen, whereupon they built a place of exercise. That place of exercise goes back to a gymnasium at Jerusalem. So, gyms are a Greek thing, an Edomite thing. Not saying Jay can't work out, but that's where gymnasiums come from. And there's another way that we can point to this place being New Rome. Talk about America, Babylon the Great, being New Rome. You look at the Colosseums and you look at the stadiums and just how these people, the so-called white man moves. It's always in the gym, working out and doing all these things. That all comes from the ancient Greeks, or Esau, the Edomites. All right, it says, whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen, and made themselves uncircumcised. Yeah, they even made themselves uncircumcised. I mean, I don't even want to put my mind to know how that works, but it says, and forsook the holy covenant and joined themselves to the heathen and were sold to do mischief. All right, they joined themselves to the heathen. They were doing mischief, being bad, man. Being niggas. So that's basically turning their back on the Lord. Not saying the Lord can't, not putting it in their minds that the Lord can't deliver them out of that situation. And so the pressures of just, comfort and trying to live in that society, broke a lot of our people for lack of a better word, man, broke their will to keep the customs of being an Israelite. And what it says we're sold to do mischief.
So again, back to the in transit, where I'm basically speaking on observing the high holy days and the feast days to the best of our ability. Returning back to our culture and who we are as Israelites.
Indeed, man. Jacob, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and those scattered throughout all the nations that may look like the nations that be unto like a speckled bird. So in this time of Chaanakah, which is our holiday, not these imposters, not these bastards that dwell in Ashdod, okay? In this time of Chaanakah, and we got to represent, man. You're not going to be, doing the whole Christmas thing. So you better show up and show out, for our holy days, man. Put on as the elect. You got to put this thing on, man. You just can't go through the motions of it. You got to put it on, man. And I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. I feel like I can always go harder. That's a common theme. That's a common thread within this truth. You can always do more. You can always go harder. What does the scripture say? Seek the Lord 10 times more, man. And it's difficult because you got everywhere you look, it's resistance. It's resistance to the truth. It's wickedness. You got the wine of the world, man. Just all over, all around you, I should say. Not all over you, but all around you. All around you. We gotta resist that to the best of our ability, man. And it's not easy, but we do our best, man. Babylon the Great, man, got a lot of wine in it. Got a lot of it's that whore, man. Sitting right here looking at a big ass 11-foot tree on top of a these traditions of men, man, that our people are just steeped in. They love to put on like, yeah. Because that's all they got. That's their hope. That's all they got. But we hoping Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So just in continuation, we got to keep it at the forefront. Hey, we covered the prophesy, of course. That's the main thing. But this truth encompasses a whole lot more than just showing up to camp and doing your videos, man. I understand that everybody got their own thing, and we're a body, and it reflects that everybody's got every piece of the body got its own office. That's what the scriptures say. many offices, one body. But we got to come together in the spirit of brotherhood and just in the spirit of our nation, our people, man, our power representing, man. It ain't getting down on nobody. Understand it. Brothers trying to stay afloat. But the scriptures say it's the spirit that quickeneth. The flesh profiteth nothing. It's hard. That's hard to combat, man, in this place. That's hard to combat in this place, man. This place is all about flesh. It's all about that dollar, man. That's the ultimate flesh as it stands right now, man. Because that dollar gives you access. And in a minute, they're gonna replace that dollar with the sea hip, man. Revelation 13, chapter 16 and verse 17, man. So, you can only imagine the pull that thing is going to have. That's why they call it the great temptation, the ultimate temptation, man. That sea hip, that's going to give you access to just even living a little bit of what you're doing right. And you can see what this devil is doing, man. You can see how this devil's moving, how he's doing. With the snap, that was just a little prelude. All the things that were once quote unquote free, all these gifts that this devil all of the victuals, what the scriptures say, the victuals will cease eventually. All these victuals, they're gonna get extracted, repackaged, and put out there with some kind of tag attached to it, man. You're gonna have to pay with your with your soul, man. The scriptures speak about souls of men, and that goes back to that sea hip. That's the ultimate pay. That's the ultimate price that people gonna pay. People don't understand, man. They think it's just a piece of hardware. They think it's just like a Bluetooth and like a phone. This is what the Lord is talking about. Bowing the knee to Baal and his image and his number. That's all that wrapped in one. You take that sea hip. So I'm at my destination right now. Lord willing, I was edifying, stay in the spirit, stay attached. It's rough. This devil's pushing a whole lot of, you can only imagine what he's doing, man. He's with the frequencies and all this shit. But you gotta fight, man. So Lord willing, that was edifying, giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat, Shalom.